The 100th UFC Apex event, Magny versus Prates, has just finished up. I'm here to go over all the fights in 10 minutes or less. Let's get started right away with the first fight. Mullins and Klaudia Sygula. Pretty trash start. Sygula tried to wrestle, wasn't very successful. Mullins ended up on top towards the end of the round, landed some ground and pound, and came out round two, got on top again, and finished with just kind of the weakest ground and pound I've ever seen in my life. But at least it was a finish to a women's MMA fight. I'll take it. Mullins gets the second round finish over Klaudia Sygula in her UFC debut. Well, Sygula's debut. Moving up to the second fight, Tresean Gore and Antonio Trocoli. Trocoli's terrible. Just cut him, honestly. We're done seeing him. Tresean Gore came out with a sense of urgency, pressed Trocoli right away. Trocoli shot a really shit single leg takedown, ended up getting standing guillotined by Gore, who's like 5 inches shorter than him, and he taps to it very quickly, like chicken. So very shit fight from Trocoli. Second shit fight from him. He got KO'd by Sharon Magomedov, I think, too. But he needs to get cut. Gore, good fight from him. He always finishes usually, so pretty solid from him. Early first round finish. Moving up to the next fight, Cody Stamann and Damon Blackshear. Stamann left his honeymoon early to take this fight and get KO'd in the first round, so maybe make some better life decisions there. But Blackshear looked pretty good. Again, came out with a sense of urgency, got him on the ground. After dropping him he landed some solid shots with the punches, landed a fucking big jumping knee right to the chin, got him down, got on top, worked towards the rear naked choke, and finished him very quickly. Stamann's washed. Please cut him as well. A lot of guys on this fight card need to be cut. Moving on to the next fight. At least they're all finishes, though. I'll take it. Another finish. Matthew Semelsberger, absolute dog shit, versus Charles. Say it again, brother. Radtke. All right. Semelsberger, 11-8. Why the fuck is he on the roster? He's literally just there to get starched. Radtke, though, again, came out looking for a finish, landed some nasty hooks, and Semelsberger was just like a fucking deer in the headlights after getting hit by a couple of hooks and then fell on his face. Got back up quickly. The lights came back on early, but the ref had already stopped it at that point. Too late for him. Charles Radtke, good performance. Get back on the win streak. And Semelsberger, please cut that motherfucker. 11-8 is disrespectful. Moving up to the next fight, an absolute waste of time. Elizeu Zaleski de Santos and Zach Scroggin. I forget who Zach Scroggin's filling in short notice for, but he literally got hit with one straight right hand to the face, curled up, went down to like the fetal position, and then just got finished a couple of shots later. So absolute shit fight. Only lasted a minute and 15, and Scrotum just literally fell at the first shot he took. It was like a straight right hand and he just curled up. So really shit fight there. But again, at least it was a finish. A lot of finishes early here. Next fight really slowed things down. Karolina Kowalkiewicz and Denise Gomes. Dennis did not look as good as he should have. Not as good as I thought on the feet. Pretty pedestrian. Couldn't really do much, and honestly, the fight was just so fucking boring. They went back and forth the first two rounds. Third round, Karolina got the back for a little bit. It was just don't even watch it if you didn't. Honestly, shit performance from Dennis, but got the unanimous decision win. That was the prelim headliner too. Imagine. Moving on to the main card, Mansur, Abdul-Malik, and Dusko Todorovic. Dusko needs to get cut too. He's another one. Put him on the list. Get him the fuck out of here. Mansur again came out vicious, man. Came out looking for a finish. He got him down. Landed some nasty ground and pound. Dusko's rolling for a leg the whole time. Just absolute fucking dumb shit. Get the jiu-jitsu dumb shit out. He's rolling for a leg as he's getting fucking smashed in the face. They got back up. Mansur wobbled Dusko again, landed a nasty knee while standing, followed up with some shots on the ground while Dusko's still rolling for a leg, and then gets finished while rolling for a leg. Absolute waste of time. Good fight for Mansur. I think that was his first fight in the UFC after the Contender Series. Yeah, it was. So good first win for him. Welcome to the UFC, and Dusko needs to get cut. You can take his spot. Moving up, another absolute shit show. Luana Pinheiro and Gillian Robertson. Of course, they go to decision, and of course, it's boring as fuck. Didn't even write any notes for this. No need. Robertson won 1-3. She looked so goddamn slow and old. Pinheiro looked quicker, more explosive, but just could not use that to her advantage at all. Practically no damage on either of them. They were just rolling around on the ground most of the time. Pinheiro had a good round two, but didn't do shit round three, and it was a toss-up round one. I thought Gillian Robinson won, and she did. She gets a unanimous decision. No need to talk about that shit show anymore. Moving up, Gaston, Bolaños, and Cortavius Romeus. This was a better fight. They went back and forth quite a bit. Bolaños was better on the feet, I feel like, most of the time. Romeus was trying to get to the fight to the ground. Landed a really good takedown to start the fight. Got reversed. That was kind of the story of the fight. He was getting good takedowns, but just couldn't do anything from them. Round 2, Romeus got another good takedown. Held the back most of the round, but then ended up getting reversed. Bolaños landed some good elbows on top to finish the round and took that round as well. Round 3, Romeus came out again, got the back of Bolaños, and then got reversed. They were tangled up on the ground for a while with their legs. They were scrambling. Bolaños ended up on top about halfway through the round. About 50-50 at this point for round 3. I thought it was 1-1-2 possibly going into this. Bolaños was on top of Romeus for most of the end of the round. Lets him up with under a minute left. And then Romeus just takes him down again, sits on top, does nothing. Really shit fight. Bolaños clearly won, and the judges gave him every round. And 30-26 on one card, too, which is a bit weird, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. Romeus didn't really do shit, but just try to hold on the ground. I'm glad they didn't reward it. So Gaston Bolaños, unanimous decision win. Moving up to the co-main event and probably the best fight on the card. Gerald Meerschaert and Rainer de Ridder. Rainer de Ridder obviously coming over from one championship. He was a champion over there before getting knocked out by Malkin twice, I think. Anyway, he has the GM3 test, very first fight. We know how this goes. If it gets to the third round, it's going to be tricky. They do get to the third round. RDR comes out, 2 takedowns in the first round, while GM3 is landing the better shots until the end of the round. And RDR stings Meerschaert, gets him wobbly, and then drops him with about 10 seconds left. Not enough time to finish. But moving into round 2, de Ridder had success early, but got reversed, and GM3 kind of took over a bit in round 2. No idea who won that middle round, but it didn't matter because round 3 they came out, scrambled again for a bit until they got back up. De Ridder gets a trip takedown, gets full mount, and sinks in the arm triangle, and does to GM3 what he does to so many people and gets the submission win in the third round. Great debut for RDR, Rainer de Ridder, and I imagine he'll get a ranked matchup coming up in his next fight, given his past, and we kind of got to get him moving at this point. You know what I mean? He passed the GM3 test. He didn't get fraud checked. Let's move him on. Speaking of another fraud check, the main event, Neil Magny and Carlos Prates. Carlos Prates passes with flying colors. No problems with Neil Magny. Magny shot in a little bit. He's so fucking tall and lanky, man, especially for that division. Just leveraged his way out of the positions and then landed one of the weirdest knockout shots I've ever seen, where Magny kind of dipped down and got clipped in the back of the head as he's coming down. It was such a weird shot, but it must have just hit the button right on the back of the head for Magny. He goes down right on his face, doesn't move, and he was out bad. Really good win for Carlos Prates. Does the job quickly and doesn't barely gets hit. I mean, doesn't waste any time. Goes out there, gets it done, and extends his KO streak, which now has to be like over 6 fights, I think, right? I mean, dating back to the Contender Series, now it's 4, but he's won every fight by KO since 2021. He's only won 1 decision ever. Is that right? No, 2. He's won 2 decisions ever out of his 20 pro fights. So thank God, man. We need more finishers like this. Put these guys in main events, dude. Let's get the night done early. You know what I mean? We don't need to be fucking around for 5 rounds, crotch hugging and crotch sniffing and doing all this other shit, man. And rolling around for legs and whatnot. Really good job for Prates. Passes the Neil Magny test. Will take his number 15 spot in the rankings and move up. Hopefully, they give us Michael Morales and Carlos Prates, 2 good finishers. That'd be a sick fight, much more even fight. I would take Prates again in that, but really good card overall. A lot of finishes to start and a lot of finishes overall. I thought this card was kind of shit coming into it, especially for the 100th Apex event, but it ended up delivering pretty well. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Pretty solid card. I'll be back with some more UFC content this week, and until then, peace.